Hello and welcome to episode 7 of this 2020 Divinity walkthrough. Last time we found Emmy and we freed the soul of Lord Withermore. This episode we've already waypointed to the wrong place once. Now we're gonna link our party back up because last time we did have them split up a little bit. And since last time, Mumbo was doing a little bit of trading. And when we leveled up, the traders, the vendors, also leveled up. Now before we go to them and get some stuff out of them, we're actually going to go and find our 4th party member. And this is going to both be a temporary party member, just to show you guys how you can dismiss party members. But he's going to circle back around and be the one we keep long term. So, coming around here, we're going to be very careful to go this way to get to where we're going, not this way, because if we go this way, we don't want to run into this guy just yet. But if you come down here, stick onto the right side of this rock, he shouldn't bother you. I'm going to come over here and talk to Beast. Beast is going to be our 4th party member. You can wing your way through a little bit of this, but again, if you're not familiar with their intro conversations, you're going to want to slow down, because once he asks you to join up with him, once you ask him to join up with you, you're going to have to pick what his starting class is. So, when you get to that point, right here, we are going to make Beast our typical rogue-type character. But the way that Divinity sets up the classes, we're not actually going to pick Rogue as his starting class. So we're going to go down to Finesse. Alright, he's going to be a Finesse-based fighter. But if we do Rogue, where would that be? Right, where? There we go, right here. I had it highlighted. So if we pick Rogue, he's going to start with your typical dual dagger Rogue setup. But he's going to start with Sneaking as his civil ability, and we don't want him to start with Sneaking. We want him to start with Thievery. And another benefit is he's going to start with Invisibility if we pick the one we're going to end up going with. So instead of Rogue, we're going to have him be a Shadow Blade. Alright. Well, that's that sorted. Now, when he becomes not when he becomes a Shadow Blade, but when you recruit him as a Shadow Blade, he's going to only start with 1 dagger, which is kind of a bummer, but not that big a deal. Alright, then he's going to start off with 2 points in Polymorph, 3 points in Scoundrel, at least if you are in at the same level as we are. Now, he's also going to get 1 free talent, alright? Now, they're going to give him whatever the default talent is for his class at level 1. Can't really get away from that. But they don't give him the level 2 talent, because you only get 5 talents as you go throughout the whole game, so they don't want to just shoehorn you into that if you recruit somebody at a later level. So, we get to pick his, and again, we're going to go all skilled up, and the reason for that is because we want Thievery as high as we can get it in this early part of the game, alright? And now, again, similar with Red Prince getting points in Warfare when he levels up, we're going to have Beast get points in Warfare, because that does all physical damage goes up. It's nice. Scoundrel will boost his physical damage as well if he gets a crit, and as a Scoundrel user with daggers, if he attacks from behind somebody, he does guarantee a crit, and while we are going to be doing that most of the time, it's the same amount of damage boost that Warfare would give. So Warfare is going to give that damage all the time, whether we crit or not. So once we've got at least 2 points in Scoundrel for all the early skill books, pump up Warfare for the rest of the time. And I'm okay with him having 2 points in Polymorph, because there are a couple of skills that need 2 Polymorph points that are pretty fun on the first island. Now we're going to go through level everybody else up, because we didn't actually do that last time. Now at level 4, we're going to get some new abilities unlocked for us. Now we already have the 2 points in Geo and Hydro for Mumbo to get his required power, so we're actually going to give him a point in Huntsman to get another power in a little bit. Now you might be thinking that's weird, Huntsman is for bows and arrows, right? Well, not all bows and arrows, alright? There's a little bit of extra stuff we can do there. And then Mumbo is going to get 1 point in Intelligence, and then since he's going to be using Shields starting at level 4 need you to have a little bit of Constitution, so we are going to give him 1 point in Constitution there. Red Prince, however, he's not going to be using a shield. He's got a bow, an arrow, maybe a crossbow later. Actually, we're going to give him that Houndmaster's crossbow that we picked up from the last episode. So his damage right now is 8 to 10, when we equip the Houndmaster crossbow, it shoots up to 21 to 22. More than doubling his damage. Almost, nah, not almost tripling. It's more than doubling his damage. Alright, which is nice. So that Houndmaster crossbow, very good. Going to carry us through probably the first half of this first island. Alright, now over here he doesn't need any constitution for that shield, but there's a few powers, skills that I want him to get. So we're going to give him 1 memory and then 1 finesse. Whenever you level up, unless there's a specific reason for it, you always want to give them at least 1 point in their primary damage dealing attribute here. Typically you want to give both of them to that, but you know, I know what skills are going to be available and I know he's going to need at least 1 more memory, so we're going to give him that. And then over here, again, we want more damage, we want warfare. Then over to Pyramus. He's already got 2 Aerotheurge, he's already got 2 Pyrokinetic, so he can use all the skills that we're going to need on this first island. Now I can bump those up and deal more damage, but right now, early game, the combat isn't too difficult, so we don't need to worry about pumping those up right now. Now we do have Scoundrel at 1, so he can get his Scoundrel, two skills he's going to eventually get, at least 1, maybe 2. But I would also like him to eventually get a Huntsman's skill, but it's going to require 2 points, so I might hold off on that. Now he's going to get more Pyro attacks than Aerotheurge attacks, so we're going to go Pyro. And you don't need to put that much thought in it, you can just pick one. And again, since he has shields, 1 Constitution, and then 1 Intelligence. Alright. Now, we're going to show you guys little fun trick here this episode. Alright, so the whole episode here, I'm going to walk you through thievery. Alright. Now, stealing things is the best way to make money in this game. Alright. Before we get into that, I'm going to show you some of the recipes that we didn't get to last time. Alright, because with Beast in the party now, we have a shiv, which, you know, just counts as a bladed item. So we're going to combine a log with that shiv. And we can just cut down that log and we get 2 long branches for every log. Alright, do it again. And I don't know why that didn't just go away. It should have gone away there. So now, in our ingredients over here, we've got 4 long branches. Now, we also have quite a few shells. And we know that shells and a long branch make a staff. Alright, but there's more we can do with the long branch. So I'm just going to take half of them. Alright, 2 of the long branches. And then we're going to shave them down, cut them some more. Alright, and that's going to give us short stick. And short stick, again, if we have a skull of some sort, we can combine a skull with a short stick to get a random attributed wand. And I don't believe we have any skulls to do that with. So we're just going to take the short sticks that we have, and we're going to cut them down even more. Yeah, we can do it 1 more. From a log to a long branch to a short stick. What could we possibly do now? We can make an arrow shaft. So we take the short sticks, and every one of those gives us 4 arrow shafts. So by the end of that, we just crafted 20 arrow shafts. We already had 1. We're just going to stack that up so they're all in one place. And then this is a weird recipe here. Not really sure how this one works, but if you take teeth, alright, or a tooth, and you use a blade on it, like a shiv, for some reason, you get a shocking arrowhead, an electrified arrowhead out of that. Not 100% sure why. Now this is just the arrow shaft, this is just the arrowhead. So naturally, to make a shocking arrow that you can actually fire, you need to combine those two. You get a shocking arrow. Alright, now arrows are personally my favorite thing to use the crafting system for. Arrows and then eventually scrolls. So that's the main thing we're going to be crafting in this walkthrough is arrows, later on scrolls, and a little bit potions, but potions it's for specific encounters. Now another kind of odd one, if you have antlers and you use, again, a blade to shave them down. Note that it's not using up our blade, it's not changing its durability, you can use the blade as much as you want. That gives you a knockdown arrowhead. Alright, now knockdown arrowheads do exactly what they sound like they do. They knock things down when you shoot them with an arrow. Which is very useful because arrows do physical damage. Knockdown is blocked by physical damage, so we can just get rid of their physical armor, and then we knock them down.
Worse than war rations, these.
From what we've got here, nothing really else to craft. we are going to use those long branches and some shells. Just get some staves and then sell them. Alright. I guess just one? Do we not put the second? We didn't put 2 long branches. We just put 1 long branch. That'll happen sometimes. Make sure you pay attention to that. Alright, so now we've got an air staff, another air staff. Alright. And we're going to make sure that Mumbo has the stuff we want to sell. Alright. Now the rest of this gear, even if it's not good gear, we don't have a lot of options at this level. So we're not going to sell any of the armor until everybody's got a piece of armor everywhere. So we're going to sell some of the stuff we just crafted to Griff. Alright, and we get 286 gold out of that. That's not a bad deal, especially considering those were all just pieces of wood and shells that we had earlier. I mean, you know, we got almost 300 gold out of stuff that would normally sell for 10 gold, maybe. So that's crafting is a decent way to make money early on. You're not going to be rich off of it, but you can get yourself to not be completely broke, which is a good start. Now, when we're going to steal, stealing is much more profitable than crafting and selling stuff. We're going to need somebody with thievery, which is why we made Beast a shadow blade, so we could get a bunch of thievery points there. When you steal, you have to be sneaking or invisible. Actually, you need to be sneaking. If you're invisible, sneaking is easier. So if I try to sneak right now, doesn't work. Sneaking failed. Sneaking failed. Doesn't even start. I come over here, sneaking successful. Alright, and if I walk into that red area, pop right out of it, doesn't work. So if you look right here, nothing changes on that cursor when I target Griff, but if I'm sneaking, get a little hand that says pickpocket. Alright, so I'm going to pickpocket Griff. Now I'm not going to actually go through it right now, but if you notice I have Red Prince talking to the Nosy over here, getting her to turn around so she is not looking this way. We're talking to Griff so he does not move while I'm pickpocketing him. Having Pyramus talk to Hild so that she does not move while I'm pickpocketing Griff right next to her. Alright, now there is a character, Waltz, that waltzes around the camp here. She may come through, but I'll be able to see her red cone of vision while I'm pickpocketing. So if you want to pickpocket somebody, get your other party members to distract people around them. Alright, I thought that red moving thing might have been Waltz coming. So we're going to go to Griff. We're going to take his invisibility potion because that's really nice to have. His Drunidae is his most expensive item, and then we're going to end it out with gold. It'll always tell you the exact amount of gold you can steal before you're at your limit. The higher your thievery, by the way, the higher your gold limit and weight limit are that you can steal. Once you hit either of those 2 limits, can't steal anything more, whether it's too heavy or too expensive to steal. Alright. And then we're going to have Pyramus just check out Hild's inventory. Alright, so we got some skill books, some money. Alright, not good armor, really. That one, that's alright. But the rest of this, not stellar armor. You see she has a unique item here with that gold outline. So Hilder's plate, she will always sell that one. So we're just going to have Beast come right over here. Pickpocket her, and because none of this equipment's super great, I'm going to just... Actually, I'm going to get some of the skill books. I'm going to grab Adrenaline. I'm going to grab Chloroform. Throwing knives are always good. Cloak and Dagger's really good. Actually, I'm just going to have him grab basically everything there. And then the gold, it'll just tell you exactly how much you need, so I tend to take the gold last unless I just want their gold. Alright, and then if I try to steal something else, she will catch me. So once they're all grayed out, your limit is reached, just close out of there. Now, because I stole from them, they're going to notice once they leave the dialogue, conversation, whatever you want to call it, that they're in right now. So I'm going to have Mumbo get ready to take his leave. I'm going to have Pyramus get ready to take his leave. So boom, boom, and then I'm just going to waypoint out of here so they do not catch me. Alright, and then the last thing before we go, we're going to have Beast learn some of the skills that he just stole. We're going to have him just learn Cloak and Dagger, and that's going to be his kind of self-teleport skill. Alright, very useful. There's one of those in a few different skill trees. This one is nice because if you're sneaking or invisible, you can use Cloak and Dagger, and it doesn't get you out of invisibility or sneaking. The other ones will cancel your invisibility or sneaking. So today's episode is mostly just how to steal, a little bit of crafting, basically a how to not be poor at low levels video. When we come back up, we're going to try and get some gear ready to go. The next episode and this episode really aren't super crucial to the game, but they're nice things to know. Alright? So I will see you on the next episode. This has been episode 7. Have a great day.